Well, I guess like the first 40, you felt like they probably put just a bit too much on you, I suppose, to make up at the end. I guess it kind of seemed to put you guys off the game a little bit.
Yeah, I think they certainly put points on the board, but again they played well. That's not the Rebels that were playing first 3 weeks, and I know Kevin spoke a couple of weeks ago about the sort of rugby he wants his side to play, and they responded well and fair dues to them. They came out tonight and their first 20 was good, and we probably didn't meet the fire with the fire, and we were second to the ball in those first 20 minutes.
Did you get a sense that perhaps after the last 2 games with the tight results that your team was a little flat?
No, I don't think we were flat. I just think that we probably maybe expected it to continue on where we finished off, sort of thing, and we've got to start again. Each week we've got to go out there and we've got to start again. And I think once we started chasing the game, we got our energy and we got our urgency, and that's something we've got to keep working at. And we started to put some points on the board.
So was that reflected in the first half? So the first game against the Rebels, you played a lot of field position and there was a fair bit of kicking, tactical. And tonight there was very little. You were running it out of your own half and playing a bit much rugby in your own half, you think, in the first half?
Yeah, you probably just said enough for me there. You've said it all. That's exactly what was going on. We just played a little bit too much. I think we might have played the first kick-off, we might have carried it 5 or 6 times, I don't know, before we sort of, So, yeah, I think it's just trying to find the balance. It's our 6th game. We want to keep playing the game. It's just finding that balance between where do we want to be, when do we want to kick it, when do we want to carry, and we're getting better every week.
So what's the secret of unlocking, what you did in the last 10 minutes and what you did at the end of the game against the Reds? You know what the side's capable of, and it's brilliant. What's the secret to unlocking that earlier in the game or different parts of the game?
Yeah, it's a good one. I don't think it's a secret, but I think it's just the fact that we've got to be urgent to play our game at the start of the game. I think we're learning. This is no disrespect to anybody, but I think we're giving too much respect to Super Rugby, and we're going out there and just waiting for the game to unfold instead of going out there and imposing ourselves on the game. And once the game starts to go, then we're like, oh yeah, we're in this and we can go. So I think it's just a matter of us gaining the confidence that we know we belong here, we know we're playing well, and imposing ourselves at the start rather than waiting to get a whack on the nose and then going after it.
And the money, your scrum tonight, it wasn't so good tonight compared to a few other weeks. Any idea what was happening there?
Yeah, I think we gave away a few penalties there, and go back and have a look what went wrong. I think it's like Mick said, just on us to keep working, just get the boys to keep their heads high and just keep mending those mistakes and go again next week.
So Waratahs this week. So any specific plans for them, or is it more about what you're just saying?
Well, I think we'll look at our second half against them and see what worked well, and I think we'll find that we were physical and carried strong, played territory, played down the right end of the field, and that will be our plan, to do that for 80 minutes.
And the money, how important, it's getting closer, how important is it for you and the boys to get back and play in Fiji?
Yeah, it's really important. Just one game. We just have one game in Fiji, so just build from here, one game at a time, and just look back, do our reviews, do our homework, and then come back strong at every game.
You're probably the last one. Just Mick, in terms of where the season is now, is it you talked about, you know, maybe giving a little bit much respect, but are you where you thought you'd be, or a little bit behind, or a little bit ahead?
It's a good question. I think internally we believed we could be in front of where we're at, and I think the result last week probably showed that we could have been there. The second half against the Reds, you know, showed that. So, you know, internally we probably feel like we're not where we would have liked to have been. But if we knew we'd be this competitive back when we first trained on the 8th of November, I think we'd take it.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.